Hi, greetings. It's me, Dr. Paul Gerhardt, and I'm your professor that oversees Management 198. I'm a full-time faculty member here, been at Pierce College for 10 years, and program coordinator for the Business Management and Marketing program. And I'm excited to welcome you to Management 198. So this is a self-paced course where the expectation is essentially that you're putting in 90 hours of learning experience in the workplace. So I know that a lot of people are scheduled to do their internships over the summer, and a big problem that we often have is students don't have an employer to work with for the internship. So I want to talk about this a little bit. You know, if you had an intake interview with me, I'm sure that you have had the conversation that you need to start thinking about what it is that you really want to do. A degree opens doors for you. And I know that an associate degree won't open as many doors as a bachelor's degree, but what you're going to find that when you're looking for a job, they're going to ask you what experience do you have, and sometimes it's that experience and a degree that helps you leverage your way into a job. Now, we don't want you to just have a job. We at Pierce College want you to have a career that you truly love. So if you want to have a career that you truly love, you need to really figure out what it is that you love, that you can see yourself doing every day, and then position yourself to be able to get the experience to have that ideal job. Let me give you an example. Long time ago, before I started teaching, I thought maybe because I liked school really well that I wanted to be a teacher. And in order to be a teacher, one, you got to have at least a master's degree. And then two, they want you to have teaching experience. Well, how do you get teaching experience without teaching experience? You know, it's the same thing in almost any kind of job. And so you got to be kind of creative about things. And so what I did was I went to the King County Library and I noticed they needed volunteers to teach people how to use computers. Well, my degree is in business and technology, and so I became really good using computers, and I liked helping people learn how to use computers. So I went to the King County Library and said, hey, I want to teach people how to use different computer application programs. And so I spent some time, you know, donating my time as a volunteer to teaching people how to use computers. And then because South Seattle Community College needed a professor, I was asked to come and teach a class because I had a master's degree and teaching experience. And the more teaching experience I got, the better I got, the more valuable I became to an employer. As a matter of fact, when my position came open here at Pierce College, a professor was leaving, they were looking for someone to replace them, and so the dean or the vice president had her assistant call all the colleges, and they said, oh yeah, you got to get Dr. Paul Gerhardt, he's great, students love him and he really knows his stuff, hire him. And so essentially I was asked to apply for the professor position at Pierce College. And out of all the people they interviewed, they hired me, of course. So, but it's the same way. It operates almost the same way in every single industry. People want to hire people with experience and people who have got good recommendations. And you earn credibility when you do excellent work. So you become good at doing anything once you get experience doing things and you do things over and over again. And that's kind of the expectation for this internship. We want you to get the experience to put on your resume, to take your career to new levels, to help you have your dream career. Not just a job that pays the bills, but something that you can wake up to every morning and go to work with a smile on your face because you love what you do. Doesn't that sound fair enough? We don't just want you to have a degree that opens doors for you, but it's got to open the right doors for you. And that's why we have the internship here at Pierce College. So what do I want you to do? I want you to really think about what would be your ideal job if you won the lottery. What job would you take? What would you want to do spending your time doing? I know you want to travel and you want to spend lots of money. Hang out in your house every day. Well, so you guys still have to have a job. So think about what that job might look like. What are some of your hobbies? Maybe you want to start your own business. Well, don't just start your own business without getting experience working for someone else and making mistakes on their bill. So get experience. Find an employer that has the types of jobs that will get you there. If you are here in Management 198, it means you took Management 186. And in that class, you were expected to create a career path plan to help you map out what your career is going to look like. Now it's time to put that into place. And you don't have to go with the job that you put together for Management 186. But I do want you to really think about where are the jobs that have your name written all over it. And then the next thing is to go and find those companies and say, hey, listen, I want to finish my degree. I'm almost done. And I learned a lot of stuff because I'm in Washington State's best 2-year business program. It's designed to model an MBA program. And not only do I have book smarts, I also have experience because our classes have projects built into them that help me build experiences so I understand the subtle inner workings of these classes that I took. Yes, I took management classes. Yes, I took sales classes. Yes, I took marketing classes, and I know how to do a lot of those things, but I've also work well on a team because all of our classes have team projects in there that help me develop the interpersonal skills that you're looking for. I will be a great employee, and you don't even have to pay me. I'd like for you to pay me, but an internship can be paid or not paid. And then after you have that information interview with that prospective employer, if they say, no, we don't have anything for you, we don't have the time to do it, and you're pretty assertive about this, say, do you know who might be able to help me with this? And then follow up on those leads. You have to be proactive. We want you to finish your degree, but we want you to get 90 hours of new experience in your area of focus. If you're a marketing area focus person, find a company where you can do marketing work and learn under their marketing director. If you're a management person, see if you can work under a manager doing what it takes. This is not time to get paid to stuff envelopes and mop floors, or bus tables. That's not stuff that's going to help you on your resume. So find jobs that have the work related to your ideal job. And then be assertive about it and offer your services at a schedule that works for both you and your employer to get the 90 hours that you need. You also need to come and see me and get the insurance waiver form. If you're in an internship, that means you cannot be a liability to the person that is helping groom you. So we need to get you the insurance form that you sign. It's like $15. And then that, if you make a mistake or get hurt on the job, the employer won't be responsible for it. So do make sure you get that waiver or the insurance form from me. So you'll notice, I know that the materials that I put for you in Canvas are outdated, but just kind of use that as a rough guideline. You need to make sure that you do the journal assignments and don't just turn in 1 or 2 sentences for each journal entry. That's not going to help you pass the class. Still have to have standards. So you need to, through the materials, take time to look through the materials and figure out what's expected. You're supposed to do journaling. You're supposed to do evaluations. You're supposed to set up a learning plan with your employer that says, I'll learn how to write schedules, or I'll learn how to do the ordering, or I will learn how to do training and development. And what specific goals do you have in place that you're going to eventually want to put on your resume? That's what we want for you. So you got to have that conversation, and then you got to make it worth your employer's while. Don't be a sluffer. Don't represent Pierce College by being a bad employee. Be their best employee. As a matter of fact, be so awesome that they're scared that when your 90 hours runs out, that you're not going to be there anymore. You want to become a valuable asset to them, and ideally they'll want to hire you and pay you to continue to advance. So it's your time to get your foot in the door for an awesome career. Find a company you want to grow with. And then start at the highest level you can and learn as much as you can. Give your best and really help them see how awesome you are. because we want you to have that job that you want. But look through the paperwork. Schedule time with me to talk about the internship. I want to see everybody pass. Sometimes people don't find the work that they need, or they don't have enough time to put in that 90 hours of required work and do all the documentation that's in there. At the end of the quarter, if I don't receive paperwork from you, I'll give you an incomplete. And then you're going to be required to finish the 90 hours and talk to me. Send me an email and communicate with me, because I want to see you finish it and have the power of having that degree. But you got to do the work. You got to look at all the information that's in the file section and review it, and then send it in to me so that we can get you started. I want to help, but I can't help you because I don't know what I don't know. So communicate with me and help me help you. All right. So read the syllabus. Ignore the due dates. I know it's an older syllabus in there, but the content is still about the same. No due dates. I'll give you an incomplete if you ask for one, if you don't get it done. But I want to help you create a powerful learning experience. That's what we want for you. Thanks so much for being here. I look forward to working with you. Have a great day. Contact me if I can be of service.